From a humble garage came a game-changing idea. After decades, the world has changed. But will a new partnership help take this icon's image into the future?
What's next for HP Inc., the old Hewlett-Packard PC and printing business, now that we're in the first inning of a new product cycle with a wave of AI-powered personal computers hitting the market? When HP reported late last month, it delivered what I would regard as maybe a mixed set of numbers, with PCs selling very well on the commercial side, but not so well on the consumer side. Could that change now that the Fed's trying to breathe new life into the economy with rate cuts, and there's a lot of new products coming for individuals? While we're out here in the Bay Area, we took the opportunity to sit down with Enrique Lores, the president and CEO of HP Inc. Take a look. Enrique, thank you first for having me. It's quite beautiful and insightful every time I come here.
No, Jim, really thank you for coming to our home. It was great to be able to show you the innovation we're going to be bringing to market in the next years.
All right, so let's talk about that. I've got a perfectly good 3-year-old, I call it a COVID PC, all right? It has everything that I think I need, but are there other things that I don't know I need, and therefore I should upgrade?
I think you should upgrade as soon as you can.
Okay, tell me why.
I think really with the introduction of AI PCs, we are going to be able to really have a very big impact in both the productivity and the satisfaction employees will be having with their work. They will be able to do things that today they don't even dream are possible, that will increase their productivity, increase their security, and actually make it even cheaper for the companies for them to work.
Okay, so Enrique, I've got to tell you, people are getting jaded. They hear AI PC and they think, well, why do I need an AI PC? I can just go to Gemini, I can go to ChatGPT. It's already on my current PC. Why do I need to go and spend more money to be able to do the same thing?
I think there are 3 key drivers of the value proposition of AI PCs. First of all, running AI is much faster, and you can do things in your local PC at a much faster pace than if you do it in the cloud. Second is significantly lower cost because you don't need to pay all the fees that you have to pay to use AI at the cloud. And second is more secure. You can use your local data to run your models, and therefore don't be concerned about uploading confidential information to the cloud. And we have many applications that display that, from product managers that can run their research on local data and use very confidential information locally, to product managers, and these were the examples we were giving you, that will be able to create concepts in a much faster way than what they can do if they run it in the cloud. Or, as we showed you, real-time translation that will help them to connect with people in other countries without having to wait for the translations to be done. Many, many applications that will continue to grow as software developers realize of how important these improvements are going to be.
Okay, so people are telling me don't get the one now because if I wait 3 months, it'll be even better. That would mean that next 3 months I would then wait for another. What is the jumping off point where you just think it's worth it to get it now for most people, considering all the uses that you know they do?
I think there is no reason why customers should not upgrade, but we also understand that sometimes they need to go through an evaluation process, right, make sure the new PCs work in their applications, and this is why we think the penetration is going to be gradual. But if you ask me why a year from now, 2 years from now, someone should buy a PC that is not an AI PC, I cannot answer that question.
Well,
everybody should be upgrading.
Now, I have terrible handwriting. Can it recognize my terrible handwriting and understand and have the data on me and then summarize what I'm writing? Because that's one of my biggest problems. I always have to take notes, and I always then look back and the notes aren't legible.
How you interact with computers is going to radically change. We can not only understand your bad handwriting and make it digital and translate it to text, something much more difficult. It can understand my very poor English accent and translate that into words, into text, to make me much more understandable. So it's not only your handwriting that is a problem, Jim.
All right, so I would imagine this costs a dramatic amount more money than what I paid here.
It is not. Our estimate is the increase in average selling price is going to be between 10 and 20%. And this is why when we talk about why people will not upgrade once the application has been validated, there are not many reasons why someone should not do it.
Okay, now, because this is an older PC, my battery lasts for about an hour and 15 minutes. I'm in constant fear. I even carry one of those second batteries. I can click onto it. What would my new one have?
Actually, for us, sustainability is really important. And we think it's critical that we design products that will not end up in landfills.
Right.
And we are designing our products with upgradability in mind. And for example, for batteries, the next generation of PCs will be user replaceable. You will be able to replace your battery, and we will make sure that as you replace that, we get it back so we can recycle. Because it's not only making your life easier, what we care, it's about making sure we don't have a bad impact on the environment.
Okay, now we're looking at, obviously at the personal. If I were at the commercial, would there be enough that it would be time for most enterprises to upgrade what they have?
I think it's similar. In fact, I believe that contrary to what has happened in the last 10 years, where innovation started in the consumer side and went to the commercial side, the impact of AI PCs is going to be bigger on the commercial side because of the productivity improvement. And once the adoption in commercial will grow, the impact will go to consumer. Is the reverse of what we have seen happening in technology during the last 10, 15 years.
Are you happy with the pace of people getting new ones and the PC recovery? You have told me that we will eventually get it when it's just so dynamic that people will say, I've got to have it. Are we almost there? Are we there? What is the state of sales for PCs?
We have just started to release the new AI PCs. We did the first launch in July. We are launching the new family now in the fall, and we will continue to do that in the coming months. So I think the important thing is we are just at the beginning of a very deep transformation, and it is only starting. And today we see the improvements that these products can bring from a productivity perspective. We cannot even imagine the impact they will have a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, when more applications will be developed.
All right, one last question. If I were to go to my Best Buy where I get things, would they have any of the things that I just saw today or that will be imagined next week?
What you saw today is already available in the market. The applications that we were showing are available. We have a big innovation event next week when we are going to be inviting both developers and press and analysts to show what the new technology is going to be possible. And we will be showing what you showed you and many more things, because we are really at the edge of a lot of innovation that is going to be coming to our space, which is why you saw everybody here at HP is so excited. The opportunities that we have are endless, and we really think we're going to continue to transform and to define the future of work.
Well, what I saw today was that the AI PC is different from what I thought, more useful, and would make me far more productive. So I want to thank you, Enrique Lores, HP President and CEO, for once again redefining how we do our work and our play.
Thank you, Jim.
Coming up, give your portfolio a new design? Cramer catches up with RH next.